Good afternoon and welcome back. I'm LJ with today's adventure stop here at EPCOT. We're going to take a walk around the World Showcase to check out the Flower and Garden Festival here in 2023. This here is one of the longer running festivals, so if you think you've missed it, check the dates because chances are you probably didn't. Are you ready for today's adventure? Let's go. So as always, let's do a little housekeeping. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Do me a favor and subscribe down below and give this video a nice like and thumbs up because it helps the YouTube algorithm share this video with many more awesome people like you from throughout the world. Hey, thanks. So this is the bay in the middle, and of course all of this is going away momentarily because a new show is coming out, and that's usually what they call the Kiss Goodnight, the end of night show. Usually concludes with fireworks, music, a big extravaganza that lasts anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes long. So here we have Bambi with Flower and Thumper. What does Thumper say if you don't have anything nice to say at all? Shut your mouth? Something like that? Kidding, that wasn't very nice. Just don't say anything at all, okay? Alright, this is the Canada Pavilion, the Canada Pavilion, as some would say. There's a good steakhouse which I might check out called Le Cellier, which I've never been to, so hopefully that could be a first at some point. They've got a circle vision type of show, if you know what that is. It's kind of a screen that's curved that kind of gives you the sensation like you're flying along, kind of like a precursor to soaring around the world or soaring over California, which is pretty cool. Is that the word of the day? It's pretty cool. Everything's pretty cool, right? These totem poles were hand carved, I believe, by some locals in Southern California who came out here to design these. And with the Flower and Garden Festival, with most of these festivals, you have live bands on these little stage shows and all these little food booths that change with every season and every year. Sometimes you can find the same things that return, but for the most part, they try to mix up the menu and offer different varieties. Got Peter Pan and Captain Hook topiary over there. Melonade. And as we make our way over to the UK Pavilion, this here is the newly canceled Mary Poppins area, which was supposed to be back over there. Swirling around the world. Showcase, that is. Oh look, it's tea and crumpets. Delicious. So that over yonder is the International Gateway, and those are the gondolas for the Skyliner. Not too bad of lines because the park opened about an hour and a half ago, so it looks like the crowd, the rush, has already arrived, and the magic morning hours is only half hour before the park opened, so it was 8:30 is when they had the big rush, so about 2 hours ago. One of those friendship boats coming in that connects to the Swan and Dolphin Resort as well. And you have the France Pavilion with the new Ratatouille ride that's back there. I went on that last time. It's really interactive and really cool. It has that trackless thingy that goes around. It's really super cool. So if you're wondering what the cheapest thing, that's one of the cheaper things and super delicious, is back over here. There's a boulangerie, a bakery that offers a baguette for $2.25. And it's super massive, so if you just want something cheap that's really good and fresh, take one of those baguettes and you can just kind of walk along and munch on it as you walk around the World Showcase. One of the best things. So I've been tossing around to see if I wanted to do a daily vlog, and I know it's a lot of work because I do work a lot of hours throughout the day at my regular full-time job, but this YouTube thing is just a hobby for me, which now I'm monetized, which is pretty cool. So I thank each and every one of you for liking and subscribing to the videos because it helps grow the channel and I can bring you more adventures such as this. And it's pretty neat because actually I do price things just right. So I was able to get this flight from California out here to Orlando for $147 round trip. That is no joke, my friends. It's super cool. If you actually go out there and search the deals, you can find some really good deals. And so if you're wondering, why do I come out here so often? Well, the price is right.
Come on down. The price is right.
And this here is the Morocco Pavilion, and I still have yet to try the Tangerine Cafe. It's definitely on the list. I do like Mediterranean food. It's really super ornate in here. And this over here, this Oasis Sweets and Sips, this is a really neat place to stop by if you want a good cheap dessert. Oh, would you take a look at that? It's an Easter egg. I found it. I'm not really looking for them, but that's kind of up in your face. There it is. Thumper Easter egg. Take a look at that view of Spaceship Earth, also known as the EPCOT Ball. Across the bay as we head into the Japan Pavilion. And this here, I think this is called the Shinto Shrine. Ooh, look at that. There's a big dragon out here now. Flower and garden. Take a look at that. It's definitely not Figment, but that's pretty cool. It's got succulents on there. It's made of succulents. Moving on. Bonsai, Daniel-san. Bonsai! Over there, I think you get the famous frushi, which is fruit that is made to look like sushi. If that's your thing, you can try it. I don't know. I'd rather just have the real thing, even though I'm not really a big fan of sushi, but I'll eat it, right? For the channel, I'll eat it. Funnel cakes, not open quite yet. Everything opens here around 11 o'clock, and it's still just shy of that, but that's a good funnel cake place to go to. This here is a multi-purpose stage. It's used for the candlelight processional during the holidays. It's used for different cover bands, including also regular bands that actually make appearances here at EPCOT. So this is where you go. It's right over here by the America Pavilion, which, by the way, there is a new barbecue eatery right inside there next to the American Adventure, and it's very delicious. Try the brisket sandwich. It's really, really good, guys. And the barbecue sauces, you have your choice between, like, I think 3 different sauces. And this is it, one of the newer additions called the Regal Eagle Smokehouse, themed after the Muppets, of course. And it opened a little more than a year ago, but what makes it really awesome is they actually smoke their meats. Well, that's not real, of course. But these smokers, they do fire them up, and legit, with the wood and all. They do smoke the meats out here. Back over in this area next to the Regal Eagle Smokehouse is a good place to spot squirrels. There it is. I see you digging. Dig, dig, dig. Dig, dig, dig. It's like Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. They dig, 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 dig. It's what they like to do. Any more of your buddies around? I'm sure there are. I'm sure there are. And just after the American Pavilion is the Italian Pavilion. Mozzarella, mozzarella, meatball, spaghetti. Yes, here we are, gelato, all of the above. I still haven't eaten in here. There's some really good places in here, including the stone-fired pizza back in there. And the Germany Pavilion, the founders of all things great, such as BMW, Mercedes, Pinocchio, the Bratwurst, and more. Yes, right here, Germany. Oh, would you take a look at that? Every time I come here, these trees are bare, but look at those giant leaves. Now, sprouting? Do they sprout? Do they unfold? Do they display? They grow. Look at those leaves. Oh man, and as we pass the store here featuring Werther's Originals, I know you can't smell it, but the smell of caramel wafting out of this place is unbelievable. Wow. And I do have to say, Florida definitely has some interesting smells, because I just passed the delicious caramel smelling Werther's shop back there. And I just passed this little swampy area that smelled quite different. So this area doesn't really have a particular country associated with it, other than they call it the Outpost, which is more African inspired. And again, African inspired, with this nice African inspired boat down there. Just kidding. As we cross the bridge, we're in China. Just take a look at you, China, with your trinkets and gadgets galore, and your panda bears, and your popping bubbling tea, and your TikTok videos that are so entertaining. This is China. And as we pass China, heading into Norway, we are at the home of Anna and Elsa. Funny story, I've never been on the Frozen ride yet. The first time I tried to get on there, I had like a fast pass when they were still around. And literally once I got into the boat, the ride broke down and we had to get off the boat, and they evacuated everyone. Then we got fast passes to come back later, and literally 2 hours later, when it was up and running, I came back, was right up at the turnstile thingy where, you know, little gate opens and says, "You may enter the boat again," and it broke down again. And so, well, that was the last day of the trip technically, even though the next day I didn't fly out till half the day later. But I went over to the guest relations and explained what happened. They actually really were super nice and hooked me up and got me a half-day pass to come back and try one more time. So I came back the next day to try out the Frozen ride. And when I got here, guess what? It was down again, guys. And so it just never happened. So I called it quits after that. It just wasn't meant to be. And this here is the Mexico Pavilion, the final and last one. And this pyramid structure, is this Incan or Mayan? Or is it Aztec? I don't know the difference. Can you fill me in? But this restaurant is really good over here. And there's another restaurant inside that's really good also. It kind of reminds me of the Blue Bayou from Pirates of the Caribbean. But yeah, that's our quick little walk around the World Showcase, for a quick little tour of the different countries that are available. So hey, if you liked today's video, give it a nice like and thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe down below if you're new to my channel, and we'll see you on the next adventure. I'm LJ, by the way. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.